Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Jonas, and it's story time with Jonas. And so today, I decided to, do a little summary, a review on My Hero Academia Vigilantes. This is book 4. So I have plenty of the other books, and it's an ongoing series still. So they got like currently, I think the newest book they have is book 15 or something like that. So this is the spinoff of My Hero Academia. It's not a part of this. It is a part of the series, but it's not like a, doesn't have a series. So it's a spinoff to the original My Hero Academia though. So this one focuses more on vigilantes though. Okay, so here's the characters though, and so that's Knuckle Duster. He's kind of like Batman, and but he doesn't have a quirk. And then we have Pop Step. She's kind of like social media influencer. She's a street performer, and then she's freaking influencer too. And then you got the Crawler. The Crawler, his name is Kiyoshi. So he's a college freshman with his sliding glide quirk. This is good-natured young man. Initially ventured into the world of vigilantism under the moniker Nice Guy. Okay. And then we got Knuckle Duster, a middle-aged man of mystery who became the master Kiyoshi never asked for. Though quirkless, his fighting prowess is on par with pro heroes. Pop Step, Kazuho Hanayama, the self-styled freelance idol who gives impromptu live performances without the proper licensing or permits. She supports Kiyoshi with her quirk Leap. Soga Kujizaki, and then he used to be actually one of the bad guys. So he used to be Kiyoshi's bully. His Kiyoshi's bully. He used to bully him. He used to rob him, and then Kiyoshi, he had eventually stood up to his bully, which was Soga and his friends. He stood up to them, and he defended Pop Step when she was being harassed in the alley. She was walking through an alley, and then she's being harassed by them. And so he had protected her, but he ended up getting his ass beat. So Soga, he goes undercover, and he's trying to get some intel. He goes to the school trying to look for Hachisuka, and Hachisuka, she's a schoolgirl, and she has the queen bee quirk, and she controls swarms of bees, as you can see. And then this is Knuckle Duster, so this is what he does like on his spare time, when he's not being a vigilante. And he's in a hospital right now, and he's visiting his wife, and she's like paralyzed or something. So you know, he goes to get some intel to see where is Hachisuka, and there she is right there. Kiyoshi and Kiyoshi and Pop Step, they kind of have this whole little live performance, and Pop Step, she is nervous about it because she's not used to having organized performances on stage. She's mostly street performer, so she's unorganized, and that's not what she usually does. She's like a freelance type person. So Hachisuka finds out about the event, and she goes to see if she can sabotage it. And she's also envious. Like one side of her is envious of that because Hachisuka, she's just a schoolgirl, and she's a fan of Pop Step also. I think the more interesting parts comes after this, where Hachisuka, she sets up one of the monsters for using the trigger drug to enhance their quirk, and so they can cause chaos in the city. So yeah, there goes like the performance, and there goes Midnight, you know, and then there she go. She's like rehearsing for the little performance, and then there goes Aizawa, and then Aizawa, he goes to fight the monster that's causing terror in the city, and he's pretty awesome. Like he's like super cool character, and in the anime and stuff like that. So then there's like a whole blackout power outage because Aizawa was fighting the monster guy who's actually an eel, and then so Knuckle Duster, he finds out that Hachisuka is behind it, you know, with the trigger drug and stuff like that. So he goes to confront her about it. Okay. So then he's trying to get his daughter back, And then she's like talking about like, oh yeah, you ain't getting your daughter back because you know I got control of her body now. So hey, so then they freaking he go fighting, he go swinging at his daughter because he like, hey, I don't care if you my daughter. If I'm gonna save my daughter, that means I gotta beat my daughter up. I'm gonna down beat my daughter up. You know, he's just freaking like fighting her. She's using her swarmer bees to attack him, using bomb bees and stuff like that. I do like this series, and you know, it's still ongoing, so it's pretty neat. I would honestly like to see it into an anime, but hey, we'll just keep it just for manga only, I guess. So yeah, there goes Pop Step, and then she ends up being successful at her performance, and then you got Aizawa, he's like just chilling, and then we get back to Hachisuka. So it says the hive mind, and it said did you count on me pumping myself full of strength boosters and steamrolling you anyway? Did you? Too bad that'll leave you unable to run though. Okay, so it says B user hive mind. The hive mind is possessed her under, and it says a parasite. So it's a parasite that is inside of her brain, and it says she's the host and the hive mind taking over her. The bee user's personality is basically a fusion of the swarm of parasitic bees and the host's own brain, which means a shot of trigger weakens the control over her underlying spirit. The bee's mission takes less priority, and the feelings of the host, Tameo Oguro, start to emerge. Okay. And then so they kind of show a little flashback at his daughter, when she had walked out on him, and she was, trying to like live on her own and stuff like that. So the hive mind is like having them sharing the memories of Tameo, who is the daughter of Knuckle Duster. So the concert was more like a filler, really. It wasn't really important, but it was just a fun little addition to the story, though. Okay, so Knuckle Duster, he gets back up and he follows her, and then he's trying to pretty much talk her. He's trying to get through to her pretty much because there's still the side of his daughter left inside of her. It's just being controlled by the parasite, the hive mind that's inside of her. So he freaking fighting his daughter and stuff like that, and then he freaking beat his daughter up, and then he knocked her down. He knocked her unconscious actually. So damn, look at him down. Knuckle Duster, he kind of look like Batman though. But yeah, anyway, so you go further into it. He go further into it. So he had to knock her unconscious and kind of paralyze her body. He was trying to save his daughter, but he said just so he could get the hive mind from controlling her mind, he said he was gonna like paralyze her body and stuff like that. So he like beat her like unconscious in a way, and then the B user was like, "Oh, I don't really care about this body, so I could just freaking destroy this body and leave this host and move on to the next one." So you can see she jumped from her body, and then he goes to try and blow her up to blow the hive mind up to see like, okay, so it won't get to anyone else, and so it won't take over the host or any new host. So then, he tries to get his daughter back, and then yeah, there we go. So then, Pop Step, she finishes the performance, and then after that, there's the detective guy who was trying to solve the case of who was distributing the drug, the trigger drug, and Hachisuka was distributing the trigger drug, but Knuckle Duster, of course, he took his daughter, and so they don't really know like where the B user is anymore, but she was being controlled by the B user basically. So the hive mind found the new host, and that's not the end of it. So that's pretty much it for that one though. But it was a pretty interesting book. I would probably rate this book 4. I would probably rate book 4 maybe a 7.5 out of 10 maybe. Cause I mean I did like it for sure. I liked it, but I only liked it mainly because of Knuckle Duster and his little backstory on his daughter, and he's trying to like save his daughter basically. So that's what I liked most about this one though. So it was really interesting, and I would give it a 5 out of 10. It was solid. It was, pretty neat. And the other ones though, the previous ones I really liked it. And but now this one was pretty interesting. And I would like to review some more of My Hero Academia Vigilantes with you guys. So please stay tuned. I appreciate everybody for tapping in as always and pulling up a seat and letting me read to you like the little children you are. So thank you guys. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below. And stay tapped in with your boy Jonas. And we'll be back for next time. I appreciate y'all and hope y'all have a good one.